Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is good, please do let me know in the chat. Once you tell me that everything is good, we'll start today's session. This is an important session. This is about the CAT DLR preparation. So do let me know if everything is good, if you can hear me, if you can see me. Suyaj Adil is saying hi. Hi Suyaj, how are you? Harshvardhan is saying, hello sir, this is Harshvardhan, joined CAT 2024 5 months achiever batch today. Okay, good. Have been an ex-Cracku student last year as well. Okay, yeah, Harshvardhan, you have messaged me on LinkedIn, right? Okay, good. Yeah, 97.69 in CAT 2023, 98.23 in ZAT 2024, aiming for Black A. Okay, all the best, Harsh. Ajay is saying looks good. Okay, Judith is saying hello sir, hello guys. I'll first tell you before I start today's session about the free resources that we are providing to all the students who are preparing for CAT. This I think is a fantastic free resources, a list of free resources. I would want you to bookmark most of them and use them regularly. They're completely free for everyone and they'll be very useful for you. I think now that June has started and CAT is less than 6 months away, this is the right time for you to start taking mocks regularly. If you have not enrolled to any mocks and if you're looking for some free mocks, we have 3 free mocks for CAT. Now, these 3 free mocks are in the latest pattern. These essentially have been based on the pattern of CAT 2023, where there were some expected changes, unexpected changes, like the Quant across all the 3 slots has been more difficult. The LRDI also has changed a little. So we have incorporated most of them and we have created these 3 mocks. They're free for everyone. All of them have detailed video solutions and they are taken by hundreds and thousands of students every single day. So definitely check them out. In addition to these 3 free mocks, we are also providing 3 free sectionals. That is 1 sectional for Quant, 1 sectional for LRDI and 1 sectional for verbal. All of them have detailed video solutions. This I think is a very good way for you to start your mocks. If you have not enrolled, if you are still trying to figure out what is a mock or how the CAT questions will be, if you have just started your CAT preparation, I think the first thing you should do is take these free mocks to get a sense of the kind of questions that are asked. The second thing is previous year's papers. I'll talk about previous year's papers and the importance of previous year's papers, especially in LRDI as the stream starts and as the stream continues. But previous year's papers are also a very good resource. They're a very good resource, especially for Quant and LRDI. Probably not so much for verbal and RCs, but they're very, very useful for LRDI and Quant. Because for Quant, especially for somebody who hasn't started earlier, who has never taken CAT before, to get a sense of the kind of questions that are asked. Similarly, in LRDI also, if you're looking for a good variety of LRDI sets, getting good quality LRDI sets is very important for you to practice. Now, you can get a lot of Quant questions. There are a lot of Quant question banks, but having very nice LRDI sets, which are similar to the ones that are asked in CAT, is not very easily available. But the easiest source, which is again completely free, is previous year's papers. They give you very good kinds of LRDI sets, so you should definitely start off from there. We have 33 previous year's papers, all of them with video solutions, again completely for free. If you have just started your CAT preparation, the first thing I would tell you with respect to LRDI is download the PDFs of at least the last couple of years, that is CAT 2023 and CAT 2022. There are 3 slots in each. Download the PDFs. In every slot, you will have 4 LRDI sets. So immediately you have 24 LRDI sets just from the last 2 years, 6 slots, 3 slots plus 3 slots is 6 slots into 4. So you have 24 LRDI sets. Every day try to solve 2 sets on your own. The way you have to approach LRDI is by trying to solve as much as you can. Most of the times when you look at an LRDI set, you won't be able to solve it immediately. But if you put in more and more effort, if you put in more and more time, if you try different things, if you read the instructions again and again, maybe something new will strike. And then finally, if you're not able to solve, then look at the video solution. Many people ask me, okay, I look at the video solution and then I am able to solve more sets quickly. What I tell them is an example. Suppose you're trying to build your physique. Suppose you're trying to bulk up your body, trying to get some more muscles. Now, if you are say lifting a pen and you are doing this lifting a pen say 100 times, will it really make you feel stronger or build your muscles? I don't think so. But suppose there is a wall. Now you're trying to push the wall. The wall will not move an inch, but you're putting a lot of effort, you're putting a lot of energy, and you're doing that regularly. You're doing it for say 15 minutes every day for the next 1 week. Now you will feel that even if the wall hasn't moved an inch, you have become stronger. Your muscles also have developed. So the point is whether or not you have moved the wall is immaterial. Whether or not you have lifted this pen is immaterial. The point is you have tried and you have put in effort. That will ensure that your muscles build. Similarly, if you're trying to attempt an LRDI, the more time you put in, the more effort you put in is going to help you improve in LRDI. The way you understand the set also is basically directly proportional to how much time and mental effort you put in solving the set. So these previous year's papers also I think are a very good resource for you to actually start your LRDI preparation. The next is daily targets. I think many people know about daily targets. Every day we give one set LRDI, we give one test in Quant which has 5 questions and one RC set. Now these are taken by thousands of students every single day. Now you can take it that daily target is free for that particular day. So if you are attempting the daily target today, you can attempt the today's daily target completely for free. If you're trying to get yesterday's daily target, then probably you'll have to enroll to our courses. But if you're looking for today's daily target, it is free for all. So this is another very nice resource. Like I mentioned earlier, getting good quality LRDI sets is very, very important. So daily target is a very good resource for you to practice CAT level questions. Now that we have gone through this, let us start today's session. Let me first look at a few questions and then I will start today's session. We have close to 60 people who are watching us live. Please do like the stream, guys. I want to get to at least 70 to 80 likes before the stream ends. And I'll also try to answer some questions. Hi Nikit sir, I joined CAT exclusive Cracku course. Okay, good Nikit. Nice to note that. Nandini Tripathi, hello. Nagaraj Barekar, hello. Ajay Engineer is saying SC866 non-engineer safe percentile to get call from IMABC. We have built a very nice tool for this. You can check out the CAT Cracku percentile predictor. We'll give you the link for it. You can enter your profile. You can tell how much you entered. You scored in your 10th, your 12th, whether you're an engineer or a non-engineer, which category you belong to, whether you're a male or a female. And then if you submit all of these details, it will actually give you the percentile that is needed to get a call from most of these top institutes. That is a fairly accurate tool that we built. We went through all the admission criteria for all the top institutes and built that tool. So you should definitely check it out. Naveen Kumar saying, hello sir, I wanted to enroll to CAT 5 months batch. Can I crack CAT in 5 months if I enroll in it? Good question, Naveen. I think we have just started a batch for 5 months for CAT. I'll explain it in some time. Let me look at Miyamura's Kunz. How to score 90% in LRDI? How do you prepare for LRDI for every year's CAT? Like how many sets do you solve every day? Do you have strengths in LRDI? If so, how do you find and hone them? I think this is a very good question, Miyamura. I think this is exactly on point with respect to today's session. So let me explain it in detail. Now, when I prepare for CAT, and when I am actually attempting going to the CAT center, my target is very simple. My target is to attempt all the questions in verbal. I have a very clear idea of what are the sections in verbal I attempt first, whether I attempt RCs or whether I attempt verbal questions. This I discuss every time I take these verbal sectional attempts for Cracku. So every mock I attempt the verbal section and that live attempt is put up on our website. So I explain my verbal strategy in that. My strategy is very simple. I first attempt RCs, then I go for verbal. I maybe attempt a couple of RCs, then attempt some verbal, do the third RC, do some verbal, and finally come to the RCs. That is basically my strategy for verbal, where initially I try to have my accuracy high in the initial RCs, but towards the end, because I'm tired and I don't have a lot of time left, my accuracy will go down in verbal, but that is fine. But at least in verbal, I want to attempt all the questions. In Quant also, my target is that I should attempt all the questions. That also I can explain in detail what my methodology is or what I try to do. I go through all the questions first. I try to solve as many as I can. If I get stuck in any question, I immediately cut my losses and go to the next question. And I try to take a call in 30 to 40 seconds. The reason I'm explaining my targets in verbal and Quant this way is because in verbal and Quant, before I enter the exam also, my target is to attempt all the questions. In LRDI, that is not the case. The reason for that is because I feel LRDI section is very, very fickle. It is not an easy section, and it is very, very likely, very, very possible. I can picture myself coming out of the examination having gotten 0 sets correct. That is definitely possible. And with all humility, if it is possible for me, I think it is possible for anybody. Now, I know that and I recognize that. So what I tell myself is very simple. I tell myself that I have to get 1 set correct. That is the bare minimum. And I'm going to give myself around say 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get the first set correct. Because if I get the first set correct, I feel less stressed out. I feel less panicky. And then I can get 1 more set correct. So if I get 2 sets correct, I'm very happy. So my target is to get 2 sets correct. And in the 3rd and the 4th set, I'll try to maybe do some clever guessing for the theta questions. Maybe I'll look at the questions, try to solve, try to figure out what is correct, what is not correct. So maybe try to get say 2 sets correct and 1 or 2 theta questions correct. If I can do that in LRDI, I'll be very happy. That is basically my target. The reason I'm telling you all of this is because you can imagine in verbal, I want to attempt all the questions. In quant, I want to attempt all the questions. But in LRDI, even before I enter the examination, I want to get 2 sets correct, maybe 2.5 sets correct. That is my target. The reason I'm saying this is because I meet many students who tell me that DILR is my scoring section. That I think is a very bad way of attempting the examination. Because DILR is nobody's strength. It is possible that you will do well. It is also possible that on an average, you do better than most students in DILR. Having said that, you can't put all your eggs in the DILR basket. I know many students who have their strategy that they're going to do very well in verbal. That I think is more consistent, that is more stable. Many people do very well in quant. That also I think is more predictable, where you can do well in quant on an average also, and on that day also, unless it becomes a very difficult test, you can do well in quant. You can score a lot in quant. That I think is a good strategy. But assuming that I'm going to solve 3 LRDI sets or I'm going to do very well in DILR, I think is a bad strategy. Because if it goes wrong, it will go horribly wrong. So I tell all of this because I want people to look at DILR this way. Most students who are aiming for 95 percentile plus, if they don't panic and if they take 20 minutes, they can solve an LRDI set. Out of the 4 LRDI sets, if you go in thinking that I have to get 2 sets correct, if that is your mindset, for each set you have 20 minutes, maybe you can take the first 2 minutes to figure out which sets to attempt. And if you then start attempting the sets, you have 19 minutes for the 2 sets that you are going to target. I think there's a good chance you can get both the sets correct. And if you can get 2 sets correct, you are going to get 99 percentile plus. So my advice to you is very simple. Once the DILR section starts, just a minute, my throat is hurting, then I'll talk about it more. There are close to 84 people who are watching our stream live. Please do like the stream. I want to get to around 80 to 90 likes before the stream ends. Then I'll tell you about my DILR strategy in more detail. Like I mentioned earlier, my target for verbal is attempting all the questions. My target for quant is attempting all the questions. My target for DILR is to get 2 sets correct and some questions correct in the 3rd and the 4th sets. Now, how do I approach the DILR set? The verbal sections, like I mentioned earlier also, my accuracy is high towards the start, and towards the end it peters out because I don't have a lot of time. But it also peters out for another reason. I try to give my brain some rest before the DILR section starts. Why is that important? Because many times it so happens that if you try to attempt some question towards the last 30 seconds, you are attempting an RC, you feel that you are very close to attempting an RC, and then you put in a lot of mental effort, there is a lot of adrenaline that is pumping, and finally you mark some answers and then you click submit. There is no break in between sections in CAT. Once verbal ends, immediately DILR comes. Now when immediately DILR comes and you have just somehow did some last minute desperate attempts in verbal, your adrenaline is very high. You feel that, okay, I have done something in verbal, and you are very panicky, maybe you are very nervous, or something has happened towards the last few seconds where somehow you submitted the section, and then immediately once DILR starts, at least it happens to me, where my mind goes blank. My mind goes blank, where there is a lot of adrenaline that is rushing in, and then suddenly there is a crash. I get these adrenaline crashes, and then you waste a few minutes just to get again accustomed to yourself, telling yourself that, okay, now verbal has ended, DILR is starting. You waste a few minutes to actually get into that zone. And DILR, like I mentioned earlier, is a section which I have a lot of respect for, in the sense that if things go wrong, they're going to go terribly wrong. So what I try to avoid is that kind of a situation where I have a lot of adrenaline when verbal is ending. So I kind of mentally check out of the verbal section 3-4 minutes before the section actually ends. So I try to ease myself out. I never try to do any last minute ditch efforts in verbal. Because I feel that, okay, what is the best that is going to happen? Maybe I'll get one more question correct in verbal, maybe two more questions correct in verbal. That is possible, but again, you can never be sure about the verbal accuracy. It is a possibility. But what is definitely going to happen is if you do this last minute salvaging efforts, and if you go very high on adrenaline, you're going to get an adrenaline crash when DLR comes. I try to avoid that. So towards the last 3-4 minutes of verbal, I check myself out. I attempt some RC, but again, it is not an RC where I'm super invested in. I don't concentrate too much in the last RC that I attempt. I try to just look at some of the questions, try to see where they are in the passage, and then I try to slowly adjust myself to the fact that verbal is now getting over. Now I have to focus on DLR, because once the section ends and once DLR comes, I have to be in that zone where now it is DLR. This is the most crucial section because things can go very wrong. Now, once you are in that zone, you don't need to panic, but at least mentally you should be in that zone. Once that happens, the first 2 to 3 minutes, what I try to do is I go through all the sets, all the 4 sets. I'll first again give you the important types of LRDIs. I'll discuss that next. But once I look at the 4 sets, I try to see what those sets are of, what type of sets they are. If you answer a lot of LRDI sets, you can get a sense of what type of LRDI it is. For example, the important types of LRDIs are arrangements, puzzles, Einstein's puzzles, some DI sets. DI sets include bar graphs, pie charts, spider webs, all of these things. You also have Venn diagrams. There are some scheduling types of sets. So you have different types of sets. Now, once I look at a set, I try to figure out what type of set this is. There are some sets which I'm comfortable with. Some sets which I'm comfortable with are like the arrangement sets or the Einstein's puzzles. Those sets, what I feel is, given a set of clues, basically if you have say 10 clues, if you go through each of the clues repeatedly again and again, and if there is a table that needs to be filled, and you keep filling them and go through the clues again and again, eventually you will fill the table most of the time. And say if you are taking yourself, if you are taking 20 minutes to solve that set, most likely you are going to get it correct. This is a belief I have, so I'm comfortable with that. There are some type of LRDIs I'm not good at. What are the type of LRDIs I myself am not good at? Those are the 2D, 3D kind of sets, where you have to picture somebody, a grid kind of a thing, and somebody has to go from one station to another station. There are multiple paths that somebody can follow. There are multiple permutations and combinations. So those are the kind of sets I'm personally not very comfortable with. So when I use the first 2 to 3 minutes, I try to figure out what are the type of sets these are. And I also try to get a sense of whether these sets are easily solvable or not. The second thing I try to look at in these 2 minutes is, sometimes if you solve the instructions, if you go through the instructions, you're going to get one pattern. And once you get that one pattern, you can answer all the questions immediately. Some sets are designed in such a way that all the questions are individual. You go through the questions and every question you have to solve individually. So again, I try to place which of the 2 types of sets are each of these 4 LRDI sets. Because I personally, like most of us, want a set where if we spend 12 minutes and solve the set, we should be immediately able to solve all the questions. It should not happen that I have to solve the sets or there are multiple arrangements that are possible, where I have to solve each of the individual questions, individually. Once I make an assessment based on all the 4 sets, I try to tell myself what are the sets I'm going to attempt first. Then I'll pick a priority order for the second one, third one, and fourth one. And then I try to go for the first one. If I'm able to solve it in the first 10 to 15 minutes, that is good. If I don't solve it in the first 10 minutes, even then I tell myself that it's okay. My target is solving 2 LRDI sets. I wasted 10 minutes. I have 30 minutes. So instead of using 20 minutes per set, now I'll use 15 minutes per set. That itself is also a good amount of time. By this time, my mind is completely working. I have some idea of the kind of LRDIs that I have to attempt. So even then I try to calm myself that it is still okay. I have 15 minutes per set. I need to get 2 sets correct. I have already looked at all the 4 sets, so I kind of know what set to attempt next. So 15 minutes also is possible. Then I go to the second set. Normally, even if I mess up the first set, the second set I'm able to solve. So most likely that will at least calm me down. But in the unforeseen scenario that even the second set I waste another 10 minutes, then I tell myself that it's okay, I'm going to solve 1 set. That is also okay. I have 20 minutes, I have to solve 1 set. And I'll get some theta questions correct, so I'll be able to salvage it. And so if you tell yourself that if you try to calm yourself, LRDI is possible. Now, somebody has asked me about 5 months and how to use this 5 months to prepare for CAT. I think somebody said they're looking to enroll to Cracku course. I'll discuss that in some time. Let me see if anybody has asked any questions. I am Junction. Sir, having issues with concentration procrastination is getting to me. What can I do to avoid this? I think you have to have a fixed schedule. If you're preparing in the morning, prepare in the morning. If you're preparing in the evening, prepare in the evening. That schedule during the 24 hours should be yours. You should tell yourself that this is the time I'm going to prepare. You should have a 2-hour slot. Vishal Kumar is saying, hello sir, how many questions should one attempt to get 100 percentile? Only you can answer it well, sir. Please tell us sectionally if you wish to do, sir. Vishal Kumar, I'll discuss about 100 percentile next week. I'll be doing a stream maybe next Monday or so, where I give you my clear strategy about how to score 100 percentile. Okay, Naveen Kumar is asking how to enroll in the CAT 5 months batch. Can I crack CAT in 5 months if I enroll in it? Okay, I'll discuss the batch. We have started a 5-month batch just yesterday. So if you are looking to enroll to the batch, I'll discuss the important things in the batch and then I'll answer some more questions. So we have a Cracku CAT course. This is a 5-month batch that we have started yesterday. In that course, every single day we are going to give you a list of tasks that you have to do. Every day basically we'll give you a schedule of the topics that you have to revise on that particular day. In addition to the topic, we will also give you a list of videos that you have to watch, the questions that you have to solve, and also any sectionals or mocks you must take. To give you a better idea, you can think of it this way. Say for the batch that started today, actually, that is on 3rd June, today's topic is CAT 2024 overview and Quant overview. So today you will get 2 videos. One is the overview of CAT and one is the Quant overview, which is more specific with respect to Quant. Tomorrow's topics will be verbal overview and LRDI overview. Again, with respect to specifically verbal as well as LRDI, you'll get videos where you get a broad overview of the kind of questions that are asked. What should your strategy be for verbal and LRDI? Day after tomorrow, the topics will be more specific to Quant. I think the ratio and proportion and mixers and solutions. So you'll get the concept videos for ratio and proportion and mixers and solutions. And at the end of the concept video, we'll be asking you a few questions to answer. That again, I think is something which we believe in, where I feel that the way to improve is by solving as many questions as you can. So if you just watch videos and you don't solve the questions which we ask at the end of every video, I don't think you will gain as much as you can. So every video is followed by a test where we ask you a few questions which we want you to solve. In that way, like you can imagine, every day there will be a topic where we'll give you a list of videos to watch and questions or tests that follow that particular topic, which will be based on that particular topic. This way you will be covering the entire portion quite quickly. You can figure out this schedule, and in fact you can download this PDF completely for free. So even if you are not enrolled to the Cracku course, if you are just looking for a good timetable to follow, you can download this on our I'll give you the link will be posted in this chat. Download that and just stick to this schedule, this PDF. Even if you have some other course, even if you have some other material, that is fine. The topics are the same, the syllabus is the same. So whatever videos that you have or whatever material you have, just ensure that you are at least following this schedule. And you can download this schedule completely for free. The only difference is if you are enrolled to Cracku, you can actually get videos and the material also according to these particular topics. So like I mentioned earlier, you can go through each of the days, every single day. Like for example, this is 30th of July, the topics are mensuration of solids and painted cubes. So basically you'll get a good schedule, a strict schedule and videos so that you can cover the entire topic. That is with respect to our courses. If you're looking to enroll, the link to enroll is given in the description of this video. That is with respect to complete Cracku. We also have CAT study room, which is a very good resource for students who have already taken CAT before. Now this has a very good practice platform. It has a very good question bank of CAT level questions. So as you keep attempting questions and as you keep getting better at a particular topic, you will keep getting adaptively more and more difficult questions so that you get thorough revision of all the types of questions that can be asked in CAT. CAT daily targets I have already mentioned, one of the best resource, practice resource for CAT. Every single day you will get one test in Quant, LRDI and verbal with detailed video solutions. That I think is it is taken by thousands of students every single day. I think every day around 5,000 students take the CAT daily targets. Very, very popular course. So you can check it out. Finally, the CAT mocks, you can ask anybody. Cracku's mocks are the closest to actual CAT. You can check out the 3 free CAT mocks that I mentioned earlier. We have 3 mocks for free. Take them, you'll at least get a sense of the kind of questions that are asked in CAT. And all our CAT mocks have detailed video solutions. Let me look at some of the questions that are asked by students. And if you have any doubts with respect to any LRDI related questions, if you need any more thing, let me know. Shauna Kumar Shah is saying, "Hello sir, can I enroll in today's batch from the website itself? I am already a day late, but I can make up the remaining portion. Please answer, sir." Yeah, you can enroll to it, Shaunak. I think the link to enroll is given. The batch has started just today, so it is not too much. You are not too late. You can easily make up for it. Sir, chess has helped me improve in my LRDI score. That's interesting. Many people feel that different things actually help them do better, which I believe, which I think can actually happen. Chess, solving Sudokus, all of these things improve your lateral thinking. So I think that should be useful. Strongman Champion is saying, what should be daily targets along with syllabus completion per day? I think the most important thing if you are enrolled to the Cracku course is to ensure that you stick to that daily schedule that we give. Watch the videos that we give, take the test that we are asking you to do. Once you have finished that, then if you have more time, then do the Cracku daily targets. Once you finish the Cracku daily targets, if you have more time, then go to Cracku study room and solve more and more questions in the topics that you want to improve in. But basically it should be that you do the daily tasks, the daily videos, daily questions, then Cracku daily target, and then the study room. That should be your order. Many people are posting their profiles and asking whether they can get into A, B and C. What I tell people is simple. If you score very high in CAT, you can get into any of the institutes. So that is not the question. The question you should be asking is, what is the percentile that is needed to get a call from these top institutes? To answer that, I mentioned earlier also, I'm mentioning it again, go to the Cracku percentile predictor. In the Cracku percentile predictor, if you enter your profile details, that is how much you scored in your 10th, your 12th and your graduation, and you also enter whether you're an engineer or a non-engineer, whether you're a male or a female, if you have any category, any reservation. If you enter all of these things and you click on submit, you will get the percentile that is needed to get a call from these top institutes. So check it out. It is a very accurate percentile predictor. It will help you quite a lot. Nandini Tripathi is saying, sir, I want to ask whether I should solve chapter-wise DLR questions or random question sets from YouTube channels. In general, I prefer efficiency. I prefer a structure to the course. If you are just solving from random YouTube channels, I don't think you will be solving all the types of LRDI sets that you should attempt. So I would not prefer that. I would prefer if you stick to any one YouTube channel, anybody you believe or you trust, or if you have a course, that is even better because that will be more structured. If you are just going by some random WhatsApp group or Facebook group or Telegram group, I don't think the preparation will be like structured or comprehensive. Maybe you will be preparing only one type of LRDI sets. That is not going to help you quite a lot. So in general, I would believe in having a structure, you put in that effort to actually get access to the resources which you think are comprehensive and which has a structure. That I think will help you save a lot of time, also help you build confidence because you know that there is no black spot, there is no blind spot for you where you feel, okay, I have practiced all the types of LRDIs that are important. I'll answer a couple of questions before ending the stream today, guys. If you have any doubts, please do let me know. Okay, Bharat Gowda is saying, sir, I'm first time attempting the CAT, but I don't know anything, but I'm nervous regarding the exam. I think first get an idea about the kind of questions that are asked in CAT. It is not difficult. Don't be nervous. You still have around 6 months. What is the best way in which you can get an idea about the kind of questions that are asked in CAT? The best way to do it is downloading the previous year's papers for CAT. If you are a fresher, if you have not taken CAT before, go to the Cracku CAT previous year's papers. We have all the PDFs where you can download the previous year's papers completely for free. Download at least CAT 2023. There are 3 slots. Download all the 3 PDFs and try attempting those questions on your own. Don't take any time test. Don't get nervous. Just download the PDF and try attempting each question on your own. Then you get an idea of the kind of questions that are asked. You will also realize when you look at the solutions, in fact, all of these PDFs also have video solutions. So in the PDF, there are different buttons that are given. If you click on the button, you will be redirected to the video solution, which also is completely free. But look at the video solutions only after you have attempted or you have put in enough effort to attempt the sets. Atishay is saying, are 500 sets enough for CAT? I think 500 sets are enough for CAT. Now, if you think about it, if you are enrolled to the Cracku daily targets, every single day you will get one LRDI set. That is close to 250 LRDI sets. All of them are actually fantastic LRDI sets with detailed video solutions. So you are getting 250 out of the 500 sets just from Cracku daily targets. So definitely do check out the Cracku daily targets. They will help you quite a lot. Okay guys, I'll attempt one last question before ending the stream. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the chat. I'll pick one last question before ending the stream. Sir, I'm not able to solve LRDI questions and able to solve easy level questions in Quant, watching the video solution and then again practicing. Should I continue to do this? What I would tell you is very simple. If you are attempting an LRDI set, spend around 45 minutes in attempting that set. Think of all the different ways in which you can approach before you look at the video solution. Because it is not important that you solve a lot of LRDI sets. What is important is how much effort you put in solving it or trying to solve it. Because if you look at a video solution after spending 45 minutes, then immediately you will remember that video solution for a few weeks or a few months. So if a similar question comes later on some other day, you will know at least the pattern or the method that I have used to solve it. If you just look at a video solution and go to the next set, look at the video solution and go to the next set, you will forget all of that answers. They won't be of a lot of use 2 weeks from now. So it is important for you to put in the effort in trying to solve it on your own. That I think is what I wanted to say. Nagaraj Barekar is saying important topics for LRDI. I already mentioned the important topics, but I'll repeat them. Important types of LRDI topics, important types of LRDI sets is arrangements, Einstein's puzzles, Venn diagrams, DI. DI is basically like pie chart, bar graph, spider webs, all of these things. That is DI. Then you have scheduling. You also have 2D, 3D type of charts where basically you are given a web, something like you can go from one station to another station. You have multiple cities that you can go through and you have to go from one place to another place through multiple ways. That is basically routes and networks kind of a thing. You can also have scheduling. Scheduling is basically like there are 5 people, all of them are going to a doctor. One can go only after, the doctor can only visit one at a time or consult one at a time. And you are given some more restrictions. So you have to figure out who went first, who went second, something like that. These I think are the important types of LRDIs. Another good way to get an idea of what are the important types of LRDIs is actually by going through previous year's papers. Cracku mocks are enough. Dipande is asking. Cracku mocks, we put in a lot of effort into the LRDIs. You can check with your seniors. Cracku's LRDIs are very, very good. They are on point. They are fairly original and they will help you quite a lot. So Cracku mocks, especially the LRDI section, is very, very useful. It is fairly innovative. So definitely check it out. Guys, please do like the stream. We have around 70 people who are watching the stream live. We have 81 likes. I want to get to at least 100 likes today. If you have any doubts with respect to LRDI preparation, please do comment below this video. I'll be ending the stream now, but I will look at all the comments that you have posted and I'll try to answer every single one of them.